Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast episode. Today, we're going to be talking about many different things in the film industry. Obviously, we'll be doing a second news episode. I wasn't really able to anything that I wanted to record in specific yet, mostly because I haven't been watching as many movies. So, we're going to be talking about different news in the industry, some of what to expect upcoming if you're interested, is talking movie delays, talking about things that are going to be happening in future because of things like COVID, different upcoming movies, stuff like that. Anyways, as always, before we begin, I'd like everyone to know here at the Legacy Cast, we are all stupid, and all of these takes are our personal opinions. But that does not exclude us from scrutiny. If you have a problem with our podcast maybe you want to help us improve, please put a comment in the on the channel video of this podcast. Fastfire Guy 1 2 or for the channel comment out. Anyways, this podcast will include, but is not limited to, swearing, sexually, hot and cold takes alike, and swearing. Yes, this is part of the screen. Head over there, and we're good. Okay. Movie industry again is dealing with more delays, and Black Widow movie has been delayed again, and they've pushed it all the way back to 2021. This is bad for two things. Number one, Disney's been taking out a lot of loans out recently. To pay for different bills to keep things running smoothly, as the film industry provides about, I want to say, about 30 to 40% of Disney's budget, and then about 50 plus percent comes from their travel business. Huge travel company. Them reopening the parks is getting some of their money back, as I think they're up to maybe 25% capacity at Disney World and some of the other parks, but still, they are not at full capacity yet. I guarantee you they are going to be hurting for cash for the next years to come. And this also hurts movie theaters, I honestly don't think they are going to survive coronavirus, or at least a lot of them. The reason for this is that there's no movies coming out. Even if they reopen, what movies are they going to play? Because Wonder Woman 1984 just got displaced from its October release date not too long ago. And now with this, being one of the big Marvel movies, means two big comic book movies have been delayed until roughly 2021. And that's going to hurt movie theaters, especially recently. The comic book industry movie area booming, and so to lose out on that market to possibly streaming services, or because I guarantee you Disney's probably considering putting it up on their streaming service again, for like what they did with Mulan, because they made a lot of money off of Mulan doing that. So it'll be very interesting to see if they do the same with Black Widow, and then if they do it enough and they're like, well, we're making a little bit more money than we would in the theaters, maybe we'll just do like a Disney Plus subscription, then we'll do like a Disney Plus premium subscription. So you have to, where you pay an extra $10-20 a month and you get all of the movies as they release, and then, or they'll have it pay separately, that specific movie, that kind of stuff. I think that'll happen. Movies that are set to come out that are probably going to get delayed are No Time to Die, which is the last in the James Bond movies with Daniel Craig, which love those. I think we can do a podcast on those. And Disney's Pixar Soul are still slated to release, but I think that's going to happen, just more because COVID cases are on the rise again. Not just in the United States, but around the world. They're going up by 5-10% as we start to reopen up a little bit more. It's going to be very interesting to see how the box office recovers. All right. Now on to the next story. If you're a Scream fan, Scream 5 is now in trouble. Movie was in production, they were on set, and now they're a bit in trouble as 3 of their crew members have tested positive for corona. They're currently filming in North Carolina, but the production is going to be a little bit slower as crew members are testing positive for coronavirus, which means that while they're not going to stop filming, it means that pretty soon one of the main stars is going to get it, and they're just going to be like, well, looks like we're doing this. And so it's going to be very interesting what they end up doing there, because once it starts getting on set, it's going to be interesting. My So what is this all creating? There's a little bit of a situation. Popcorn, mountains of unsold popcorn, apparently, in part to close movie theaters. As we all know, popcorn is one of the biggest things you go to a movie theater for besides the movie itself. And obviously, with most movie theaters shut down or showing at limited capacity, people are obviously eating less theater snacks. You know, all the farmers who depend on that for their living, where are they going to put it? So, and it's not just movie theaters themselves, it's concerts, sporting events, all that kind of stuff. You know, farmers that depend on that revenue from selling that. Well, sporting events, like all the modern sporting events, no crowds, no spectators, even in bowling where people just sit down behind you, no spectators even for a casual night for most centers. Concert halls, they're filling them with plants and they're donating them to nurses, which, hey, good thing, but pretty sure plants don't eat popcorn. Bars are opening back up, at least in my area, but they're at limited capacity. And so farmers are going to be struggling, since they really are going to be struggling. Which means they're going to have to take out expenses, because they're going to have to build places to put this popcorn, which means building silos. And according to WDRBnews.com, there is currently 111 million pounds of unsold and unpopped popcorn that is just kind of sitting around right now. And it's just, just typically what would need to be 300,000 acres of popcorn are actually planted every year, so all gotta go somewhere. Right, on to the next news story. Let's talk about something positive, which is actually talking about a couple things that are with one thing neutral. One thing that's neutral is if you're more excited for. I'm more neutral on it because I really don't like his movies as much, but M. Night Shyamalan has revealed the title and poster for his upcoming movie. It's called Old, and it is set to be releasing in July 2021. It's going to be an original story, and it's partnered with Universal, who helped him make films like Visit, Split, and Glass. And he's also shooting the remaining 4 episodes of season 2 of Servant and for a web series. So that'll be interesting. On to more movies coming. Actually, yeah, more movies coming out. Every video game movie that is supposed to be releasing in one. Despite lots of Hollywood movies failing, a couple of them recently have actually been doing well. So, what movies are going to be set to release? We are probably going to be around the dawn of the movie industry. There's a Mortal Kombat movie in development. That'll set to be released January 15th, 2021, so actually not too far from now. Tomb Raider 2, March 19th, 2020. Very nice. Monster Hunter set it to get its own movie, April 23rd, 2021. And Uncharted, which I believe this new Uncharted movie is actually starring Tom Holland. Yeah, it is, as a younger Nathan Drake, like 16th, 2021. Now, that movie I'm excited for. I think Tom Holland, fantastic actor. Talking about movie stars doing crazy things, into Tom Cruise. He's going to be going to 2021 to film a movie with help Elon Musk SpaceX shuttle X's. Obviously, Tom Cruise loves to do his own stunts, and he's going to be traveling to outer space in October 2021. He's going to be the first. Tom Cruise would lead the first movie filmed in outer space on an international space station. Question: 58? Good God, Tom Cruise, you look great for 50. They're going to be going aboard the new Dragon capsule, which, as we all know, was successful to the ISS and back. So that'll be very, very interesting. I wonder what kind of stuff there, because Michigan movie theater. Oh, in a more positive light, maybe a way to get rid of some of that excess popcorn. Michigan movie theaters, bowling alleys, which I'm actually very bowling podcast, are set to reopen October 9th with a little bit eased restrictions. So yes, that means that bowling alleys will soon be reopening. So, movie theaters. Basically, their indoor venues may allow 25 people for 1,000 square feet and 25% of fixed seating capacity, with a maximum of 500 people in the largest venues, according to the order, which isn't a lot, but it's something. It is something. It's better than normal. Good for you, Michigan. Hopefully, you'll be able to win. Paramount breaks, as we talked about before, that they said they weren't going to be doing Star Trek 4. And I got to make a correction because Paramount has now responded with the rumors and has denied them. Screen Rant reached out to the studio for confirmation for the report, which was shared by Giant Regan Robot. While they didn't provide a statement from the company, according to them, Paramount has said that the news is not true and that various Star Trek movies are still in development. Hey, it's good for me. I love Star Trek movies. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you share with your friends, the Legacy Cat watching, and I hope you all have a great